Bump is clogged. Don't backtalk me.
Boop.
No. This is a little scary. So first things first is to clear this area out. I want to get this set up for as many things we can grow back here as far as food. So I keep talking about quail, and Priscilla's not keen on the idea. She flat out told me no. But if I have the area cleaned out and the pen ready, and they just show up here, you know, first thing I do is got to get all this cleaned out though. Now here's the thing: this is the north side, north-facing yard, so it only gets so much sun. It's like the worst place to grow anything. So I need to grow stuff over here that does well in shade, and then we'll utilize the rest of the space that's, you know, south-facing, east-facing, west-facing, those parts of the yard to do other stuff that requires a lot of sun. But this is going to be the main area. This is going to be my hub. I was thinking about putting a little shed back here. It's going to be cool. Now all these leaves back here, and there's a ton, they're not going to go to waste. I want to use them as the base for the raised beds. Kind of build up. It doesn't require as much dirt. All that stuff will break down, provide nutrients, that kind of thing. So we will put that a little bit in the bottom so we don't need as much dirt in the raised beds as well. And then we'll use some of it for the compost as well, because I'm going to have a compost tumbler back here. But there's way more leaves than we need for sure. I have an idea. You see that big old tarp thing? So that was shade. Used to go to the fence. I think I'm going to take that down, and I'm going to clear out this area, put that down, put the leaves in it, and use that to hold the leaves for the interim. You know, quail eggs aren't huge. Takes a few of them to make up one chicken egg, but it just makes sense to me. Why not put this perfectly good old rabbit hutch to good use? That's my argument for the case. I'm really liking this leaf catching idea I got over here for storing all this stuff, because there's actually a lot of really broken down, already partially composted leaves in here in this one big pile. So we're gonna have lots of good dirt under the dirt. And I just like the idea of making my own dirt, you know, making my own compost and enriching the soil rather than buying bags of topsoil, you know, that's already got other people's stuff in it, whatever's in it. I mean, we'll definitely start off with some black cow, or I'll ask my mom. She knows what a good starter soil is. But after that, we'll be making our own, creating our own worm poop. These are mostly live oak leaves, which will make for a really good compost starter. So look at that. That came out of the yard vac. It's got a chipper shredder in there, a little shredder in there, so it shreds all that. That's going to be great. And I'm excited about that. That's not something I really know. I don't know a lot of this stuff. I'm just kind of learning as I go, you know. Like if live oak leaves would be good for compost. I don't know. Google's such a great resource. But that being said, I really don't know a lot. So if you know something better than I do, like if an old rabbit hutch will make a good quail coop, let me know. I think it will. You know, adding a few things to it, kind of like some. I need to extend the roof out so they have a little more protection from the weather. Put little quail houses in there so they can. They lay. Do they lay in little houses, little huts? I feel like they do. Like a chicken goes into the coop, you know. I looked at a lot of pictures and it feels right. It feels like a rabbit hutch is a good place for quail. I do gotta seal up a few holes though. A few gaps. Good for rabbits. Too big of gaps for quail. And snakes and stuff. We don't want to let stuff out or in. But why waste it? Look at it. That's great. That's perfect, isn't it? So one bed's gonna go right here. This is the lowest roof, so you're gonna get the most sun throughout the day. In this area anyway. Up there, I'm thinking a shed up there. There's no sun up there. Maybe some really like full shade plants, but I want to put at least one bed, probably a longer one, right here. And I don't want it to be too deep because I want Abigail to be able to come back and work it with me, and she's a little human, so probably not gonna be able to get to it from the other side very much. I think I'll leave a little bit of walkway in the back, but really be working it from one side. So I'm thinking just 3 feet deep. Seems right. Depends on what the lumber measures out to be, because I want to keep this as budget as possible too. And I'm going to use a lot of wood that I already have. Of course, we want to use untreated. Things like that. So, depends on what I got. Let's see what I got. Alright, supper is ready. When we come back, it's going to be cleaned up. We had a few days of rain, so that kind of pushed me back a couple days, but back at it. This is our space. I think this is where we're going to start anyway. We're ready to put a box in and get cranking. I'm excited. I want to work my way that way because I don't want to put everything out on the patio that we're clearing out of here, like kayaks and stuff, all at once. And that big pile back there, like I said, is going to be used as a bottom layer for the beds. So that, once the box goes in, a lot of that will go into the raised beds. And then also some mulch, like I said. We'll be using that for some of that. But I'm excited. I'm ready to get started. Next up, let's build a box.